If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I saw this trending. This is a topic I haven't really talked about very often because I don't really follow these plants in the alt-right. I try to focus on my own work, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that there are plants all over the alt-right. Guys like Mike Cernovich and guys like this Milo Yiannopoulos, who has been shoved down everyone's throats. I can't believe that people out there actually listen to the garbage that comes out of this guy's mouth. But I saw that he returned, and I saw he had a video that said he has risen, which is just sacrilegious as it comes. But he's supposed to be a Christian. At least he plays that part. He wears his cross around his neck, so people out there assume he's a Christian. And he's supposed to be this big advocate for free speech. Well, get a load of this. In his return video, for those of you, if you want to see something pretty hilarious, because he's been gone for a while after, talking about and defending pedophilia out in the open, that controversy that came. Oh, of course he defends pedophilia. Of course he would. All these guys do. All these guys are homosexuals and a part of this gigantic sex trafficking ring. There's no doubts about that. And whether he was an abused victim at one point and is now a handler, I'm sure that is what's going on. But look at this. In his return video, they have these people just clapping, chanting his name, chanting USA. Apparently, I must have been asleep and not noticed that this guy apparently was like the face of freedom. Is that what's going on here? A homosexual male who clearly is a plant. But look at this. At the top of the steps at this house that he's at, this party he's throwing, he makes sure to stand right in front of the Israel flag, the Zionist flag, the Rothschild flag, because that's really what it is. So he's standing right in front of it, right in front of everybody's faces. His big return, as he claims that he has risen, he makes sure to stand in front of a obviously placed Israeli flag. And then, of course, around his neck, what do you see? A gigantic snake. A giant snake around his neck, the snake which represents the serpent. This is all right in our faces, folks. And people are going to go to these people like Milo, like Cernovich, just like they went to Jones. And they are not going to get real truths. They are going to get led into worshiping the Antichrist. That's what's going to happen. These people are Satanists. Look at the amount of pictures that this guy Milo has holding up the 666 sign. And if that's not enough, even holding it up over his eye, which obviously, for anyone that knows, if some people want to go, oh, well, it's the AOK sign. Anytime it's held over the eye, over the all-seeing eye, is clearly a message. I know other people go, well, they mean AOK. We see Cernovich throwing it up. We see this guy throwing up. All of these people who are plants. And you want to tell me that they don't have the wherewithal mentally to realize what this symbol means? That they'd say, oh, I probably shouldn't throw that symbol up because it's associated with the occult, with Satanism, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it. So I probably should at least be smart enough not to throw that up every time a camera is on me. No, they deliberately do it. Does it on 60 Minutes, Cernovich. This guy's doing it, putting it over his eye. You get a picture of him holding up devil horns behind his ears. I mean, how much more obvious can it get? Now, I don't know anybody that follows this guy. I can't imagine that anyone would, but clearly, he does have a large amount of followers on YouTube, but not that many. 600,000 is not, massive amount, being that he's on all these programs like Joe Rogan's show, and he's been in the mainstream media. So just understand that these people are controlled. That's what these people are. They are not here to give you truth. And the algorithms that they're using now online, they've already lumped channels like mine and many other channels out there that speak against Israel, that speak the truth, into a basket. By that, I mean, I'm not just talking about not being able to monetize and and defunding the channels, but also so that you don't show up in searches, so that I won't show up in your subscription feed. They are trying to hold all of the us down, and these are the guys that are going to get pushed. Cernovich, This guy, you got Seaman pushing digital currency. This is the future, folks. So I just wanted to point this out because I saw it. I couldn't even believe it, to be honest. I never follow these guys. I learned a lot about them from listening to Jeff's channel and other channels who expose them, this fake alt-right. But obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard of this guy after the controversy with him talking about pedophilia, pretty much endorsing it. He takes a little break, all is forgotten, right? And he's right back out there claiming he's risen, but he's making sure to pose his first time he's been seen in a little while. He's making sure he poses right in front of the Israeli Rothschild flag. He's making sure to walk down those steps with a serpent around his neck. Yet people think that this guy is, he's on the right, he's against the left. What a scam. Don't be deceived by these people that are now just coming out of the woodwork and becoming the face of the alt-right. This was deliberately done. This is deliberately being done. That they're going to be a whole new crop of younger men and women in their 30s and 40s who are going to represent the millennials, who are going to come out here. They're going to give you small truths, but they're going to play to the Donald Trump agenda because that's what it's about. They're going to play to the agenda that Donald Trump is going to stop globalism, even though Donald Trump has openly said now that he's a globalist, that he's going to stop globalism, that he's going to save the day, he's going to stop us from expanding into a new world order, even though it's all set in place. The Greater Israel Plan is what's going on right now. Destabilization of the Middle East, continue establishing the central banking, the world central banking system, which is what is happening right now with these few countries left that aren't under the stranglehold of the Federal Reserve. So please, I don't know how much more people need to see now. I would assume people listen to my channel do not follow crap like this. Like, you have enough discernment to know that this is a fraud and a plant. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people do actually believe in this stuff. I see it. It takes me 5 seconds to realize if the person's a plant or not. But that's just me. That's just the discernment I have. But I mean, all you got to do is look up the pictures, holding the 666 over his eye, Cernovich doing it out in the open, all these guys. So this is your new alt-right. I just wanted to point it out because as soon as I saw it, I saw the Israeli flag. I just had to do a video on it because it's just unbelievable. These people are all serving Israel's best interest. That's what this is about. Christians need to snap out of it and realize that Israel has been hijacked. The Rothschilds own the land over there, and they're expanding it out, and they're destabilizing the Middle East. This is the Greater Israel Plan. That's what it is, and that's why all of these guys, whether they're left or right, the common theme is what? They all support Israel. You don't hear anyone on either side say anything against the fake Jews or ever speak against Zionism. Ever. That's a common thing, right? Isn't the left and right always supposed to argue over something? Oh, you're pro this. Well, we're anti that. Well, when it comes to Israel, everybody's just pro-Israel because they're always the victim. And these people are working for Israel, just like Donald Trump is working for Israel, just like his son-in-law is working for Israel. And these people don't flash these symbols by coincidence. They don't. They rub it in our faces. They mock us. People still refuse to believe the power of symbols, that they're always using these symbols and flashing it in front of our faces. And this guy walks down a staircase, and you would think that Jesus returned. They're chanting his name. They're chanting USA as if this guy is he's representing America. He's not even American. How many people are brainwashed into following these people in the alt-right? Everybody needs to use their own discernment, and start looking at what they're trying to do here. If they're talking about Trump and they're attaching Trump to all of this stuff, then they're one of them. It's not hard to figure out. That's the key ingredient, right? They want Trump to play the role of being one of us, someone who's awake. We're supposed to believe that he just got there. They didn't want to stop him. They wanted him there, obviously. And this massive deception is going to continue to go on because this alt-right, which has been hijacked, because there's channels who are truthers, not just channels, websites, people out there, speakers who speak the truth. Stuff that these guys will never talk about. Satanism, the occult, the Talmud, the Kabbalah, Israel. You ever hear him talk about those things? Ever hear him talk about sex trafficking? Aleister Crowley? No, what do you hear him talk about? Well, they'll sprinkle in free speech and fake news and attach it to Donald Trump, and then they'll hold a 666 right up over their eye because they know and that nobody out there cares. that they can get away with this stuff because people like me are too extreme. Oh, you're taking it too far looking at their hand symbols. Am I? This is how they work. This is why there's thousands of photos on magazine covers of these celebrities doing this. This is how they communicate. You want me to believe that this guy's so naive that he would stand in front of the Israeli flag holding a serpent around his neck? I mean, how much more obvious does it need to get than flashing all these symbols, devil horns, all-seeing eyes, and we're supposed to believe that this guy's a part of the alt-right? Get him out of here. That's my response. These guys, get them out of here. All of them. Don't give in. Don't listen to them. The Cernovich, these guys are frauds. They are plants. And they are here to hijack this entire awakening process. Because while they're going to give you little doses of truth, you're never going to get anything that matters at all as far as waking up and knowing what's really going on. You're still going to put, or people are still going to put their hope and their trust in the president of the United States. It's a complete disgrace and embarrassment. Don't fall for it, folks. I know people who listen to this channel are smart enough not to, but this is what they're doing. You see this freeze on all of us, who go out there and speak the truth and talk about Israel and talk about these things. You see us not showing up in your subscription feed. You see yourselves getting unsubscribed to the channels. You see the channel being completely demonetized for the most part because they want to smoke us out. These guys, they're not getting smoked out. The Cernoviches of the world are, getting hired by InfoWars. Milo is getting, a book deal after book deal. Because they're the ones they want planted here. They want to smoke the rest of us out who are exposing who these people really work for. It's pathetic. I thank you all for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.